ball, finds a hole up the middle.
Steps up, goes deep left side, receiver open, counting, touchdown Titans! Takes a nice shot outside the goal box and he will break the 0-0 tie. Fantastic shot by Kenloff Solon.
Giller makes a move, a good one, opportunity here, the Bears score! The Bears strike first.
He's at the 40, he's down to the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jalen Bryant. Why not? What a beautiful run.
Maureen there, fights her off the puck, opportunity here, another sit, and a goal! Second chance effort for the Pioneers.
Put the icing on the cake, if you will, Michael. Go down and got to the outside and said good evening and good night.
What's happening, sports fans? We want to thank you for joining this presentation of high school sports on TV 19. We are live from Mahtomedi High School as we're getting set to watch the home Zephyrs play host to the North Polars, who are ranked in Class 2A. Should be a good evening for a game. I am Sam Erickson with my partner, John Miller. How are you doing on this fine evening, John?
I'm doing great, Sam. It's a beautiful day out. Let's broadcast some high school boys soccer.
Yeah, speaking of beautiful day, we'll take a look at that weather. It is mostly sunny, a little bit of wind, and the temperature sitting at 77 degrees. Might have some rain later, but I think it'll come after this one is in the books. Well, now we'll take a little bit closer look at the Metro East standings and see where both of our teams sit.
As you can see, we got the North boys team at 2-0 in the Metro East Conference, 5-2 overall, ranked number 8 in the state. Then we have Mahtomedi, who are 1-0 in the Metro East, ranked, and they have a record of 4-2-2. They've only lost to some good teams this year, so it definitely should be a great matchup today.
Yeah, definitely with both of these teams coming into it undefeated in conference. Should be a great one. North kind of the favorite in the conference this season, but Mahtomedi looking to play spoiler here tonight. And we'll take a little bit closer look at that matchup, John.
As you can see, North is off to a strong start this year, and during the first half of games, they're outscoring opponents 15-1 in the first period. And their two only losses came to two ranked teams, number 6 Park Center, as well as they lost in double overtime last week against number 1 ranked Stillwater. And then the key to the game for Mahtomedi is to stop Claremont. That kid is absolutely on fire this year.
And there's a look at the star himself. Well, that should just about do it for our pregame. We'll watch Mahtomedi and North strut their stuff when we kick things off after this.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Welcome back, TV19 sports fans. The anthem has just wrapped up. I'm Sam Erickson, sitting here with John Miller, awaiting the start of this one. As you see, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs are playing host to the North Polars in Metro East boys soccer action. Mahtomedi coming into this one at 4-2-2. North a little bit better than that, but both teams undefeated in conference so far.
Yeah, we got North. They're coming off a 3-2 loss against Stillwater in double overtime, which Stillwater is ranked number 1 in the state. The key guy that Mahtomedi needs to focus on is Claremont. He is having a heck of a year, ranked 5th in state in points. There he is right there on camera. He's got 11 goals this year, 5 assists. As I said, a total of 27 points for 5th in state. And we talked to Mahtomedi, and their key focus today is to stop Claremont.
No doubt, yeah. For you TV19 sports fans familiar with us, you would have saw our broadcast about a week and change ago where Claremont actually netted 4 goals in one game. So no wonder he's up to about 11 and looking to maybe increase that total here tonight.
Yeah, Mahtomedi's coach, I was talking to him before the game, Coach Isaacs, he was pretty much saying they want to keep the ball on their side of the field, keep the ball away from Claremont, not let him touch the ball pretty much.
And although Claremont very good, don't let this North team fool you. It's not a one-trick pony. They have got a few other kids that can do some things. Number 10, Busquets Judy. Number 9, Ken Love Solon. A couple kids also from Haiti, just like out of Claremont, as well as captain number 3, Robert Anikbagu, kind of holding things down in defense, all leading to the success of this North St. Paul team that's really been kind of building a dynasty there, winning a state title a couple years ago, making the state tournament last year, and looks like they might be on their way for that again this season.
Yeah, we'll look for Busquets Judy to give much of assists today, as he's ranked 4th in the state with 8 assists this year. I'm sure he'll have plenty of passes to Claremont. We'll see if Mahtomedi can stop him.
Now let's take a look at North's upcoming schedule as we await the opening kickoff. You see they got Simley coming up, and then they travel to Blaine in a non-conference action. Then you see on the 27th they host South St. Paul. We will be there for that one, broadcasted on TV 19 Sports.
You see one of those key games will be against St. Thomas. They're currently tied at the top of the Metro East standings. We'll see if they can get there.
Yeah, North St. Paul definitely the favorite in the conference right now as we just kick things off. And as he said, one of the top teams in state, unfortunately just falling to the number 1 team in state over the weekend, and that one was in overtime. So we'll see how they can handle things. Ken Love Solon getting some space, but Mahtomedi does a nice job on defense to get back and stop the danger. So beautiful evening here in the East Metro of the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul. And great day for some soccer. Got a girls game after this one. We'll be broadcasting that as well. Both these same 2 teams, Mahtomedi and North St. Paul. Play out wide to number 7, Atta Claremont. Tries to cut it in. Ball gets a little caught up on his foot, and he'll square it off, and that's Busquets Judy. Judy tries to give it to Philip Tao, but Mahtomedi will clear.
Looks like a little miscommunication between Judy and Tao. They kind of just stared at each other once they lost the ball. Let's see if Mahtomedi can take advantage of that.
So throw into the Polars. Judy. A very experienced defense for this North St. Paul Polars. Normally starting 4 seniors on that back line, led of course by number 3 wearing the captain's armband, Robert Anikbagu. Bagu considering McAllister College for next year, among others.
As you can see, the North St. Paul defense, as you're saying, are playing really good, allowing only a couple goals every game this year, mostly blowing other teams out besides the losses to the 2 ranked teams they played this year in Park Center and Stillwater.
Yeah, and they actually found themselves ranked in front of that Park Center team, even though they lost to them. You know, that was on the first day of the season, so some things have changed. But North kind of been hovering around that 6, 7, 8 rank in Class 2A. And not sure how that loss last night will affect things, but I don't think they should drop too far considering it was against the team ranked number 1 in state, an undefeated Stillwater team.
Yeah, they got a great team. Losing to another number 1 and number 6 team in the state, they obviously have the talent there.
Yeah, I think they should probably just stay pretty much right where they're at in the standings. Well, back and forth here early. Mahtomedi with it now. Takes a deflection, goes to Claremont, but good defense.
You know, I was actually just reading an article about that number 1 Stillwater team, and they're a very competent team, and they said they're up to the hype of the number 1 ranking.
Mahtomedi trying to break out from defense, turn it over, and Ken Love Solon trying a little back heel, but nobody else reading that pass. And the ball is scooped up by goalie Will Tuttle, senior, Mahtomedi. Tuttle punts that up the field. And eventually North St. Paul will take possession.
So Mahtomedi right now is actually doing the opposite of what their coach wants to do. The ball, North is dominating the time of possession at the early get-go.
And you see just the individual skill from Claremont there to keep that ball alive, just kind of juggling it with himself. And it looks like we have a foul on Philip Tao, getting a little aggressive, going after that pass. Tuttle tries to play it fast from goal position and just a little bit too hot to handle. Take a look at that replay. Tuttle just getting a little physical. And ball through on the ground. Kenlove Solon in on the goal. Will Tuttle with the save.
Absolutely made.
Ball back out, but Philip Tao's got it, and yes! It's a goal. Number 0, Philip Tao.
Yeah, great block by the goalie. Unfortunately, he's still down on the ground, and Tao takes advantage and just kicks the rebound right in.
Yeah, excellent initial save, but can't get the rebound as number 0 pounces on it to make it a 1-0 game.
Scoring for the Polars, number 0,
Great
Philip
time right
Tao.
there. As you can see, the goalie's very happy with himself. He knows he makes a great stop right here. Bounces right back to Tao, and he kicks it right in past the down goalie.
You saw it all kind of started from that initial pass, utilizing the speed of Kenlove Solon on the right-hand side as he ran and caught up with that through ball and got himself behind the Mahtomedi defense. Excellent save by Tuttle, but couldn't control the rebound, and North leads it 1-0.
As a goalie, that's got to be really disappointing. You make a great stop, and there's really nothing he could do.
Yeah, goalie Will Tuttle, one of the few seniors on this Mahtomedi team. A pretty young squad here for the Zephyrs in the 2016 season. And Judy tries to find Claremont and eventually does find the foot of number 7. Out wide, chip towards the middle, and dealt with by the Mahtomedi defense. And it looks like we'll have a substitution for Mahtomedi as number 19, Samuel Lapadat, comes on, junior, midfield. Busquets Judy doing some battling along the near side. He'll win it and carry it towards the middle. Pass it out wide. That is number 8, Irvin Barrera Gonzalez. And the ball will trickle out of bounds for a Mahtomedi Zephyr throw-in.
North St.
Checking
Paul.
in
just
for Mahtomedi, number
right now.
19, Sam
Mahtomedi really
Lapadat.
can't get the ball out of North St. Paul's area.
Kenlove Solon with it, far side, drops back to Barrera Gonzalez. Gonzalez tries to split the defenders with the pass, and it somehow finds its way through. Goal scorer Philip Tao now in the mix, but the Zephyrs will take the ball away. Good speed on the far side for Mahtomedi Zephyrs. That's number 14, Helio De La Torres. He's one of the players to watch. Excuse me, John.
No, he sure is. He's got 5. He leads the team with 5 goals on the air, which isn't as much as out to Claremont, but their coach said he is a great player. He's just a sophomore. He's got a very bright future, and their coach thinks he can lead this team.
As I was just mentioning, it is kind of a young team for Mahtomedi, but they do have some promising pieces.
And they have a very impressive 4-2-2 record this year. The very young team as well.
Must be on the same page, John. I was just going to bring that up. A pretty impressive record for such a young team, regardless of competition. Down in the box, but referee wants nothing of it. No call, and we'll play on.
For the ball being in the North St. Paul offensive side of the zone, Mahtomedi has been playing some great defense so far.
Mahtomedi in the white shirts, blue shorts. North St. Paul in their red and black tops with the black shorts. This is Busquets Judy, 8 assists on the season. They'll try another through ball, and Kenlove Solon is really going to utilize that speed. Tries to cross it. Will Tuttle is there. Although he's surrendered 1 goal so far, I really have been impressed with Will Tuttle in net.
Yeah, Will Tuttle sure looks like he came out to play. Get the kick right there. It really wasn't even going in the goal, but it's a great stop by the goalie. Now he kicks it into the other side of the Mahtomedi zone. Let's see if Mahtomedi can take advantage of the ball being over there now.
Yeah, they could really do for some, just to kind of keep the ball and build a little something. So they'll have it now.
Well, that's not going to help too much.
So that one goes out, throw in to North St. Paul. That's 21, Darian Tao. Long ball forward. Not great communication by the Zephyrs, but they'll keep it safe. Pass back to Tuttle, who boots it far up the field. Pereira Gonzalez finds Busquets in the middle. Busquets out wide to Claremont. Claremont in the box, good first touch. Gets behind the defense, but great recovery. Number 12, Dylan James.
Here's a play that North St. Paul loves to run. Just kick it down to Claremont. We've seen that play where he scored 2 of those goals in the game that he had 4 goals on, streaking down the side, and he just kicks it right in. Great defense right there by Mahtomedi.
Good pressure from the Zephyrs. They'll turn it over. But can't find De La Torres trying to run forward. And a little miscommunication again. And North will go the other way. And just a little bit too strong for Claremont, trying to find him on that left-hand side once again. And we'll have a goal kick. So after this one, Mahtomedi hosts Tartan in another Metro East matchup. Tartan off to a rough start so far this season, sitting in the bottom of the conference standings.
Yeah, Tartan has not won a game this year. They're 0-8, 0-3 in conference. That game will probably be a blowout.
De La Torres ahead to Lapidat. Lapidat does a good job to keep it in bounds briefly, but then it goes out. It'll be a goal kick. This one will be taken by number 1, Kirby Larson, the junior goalkeeper for the North St. Paul Polars.
Yeah, Kirby Larson's having a pretty good year this year with the only 2.21 goals allowed per game.
Ken Love Solon lofts it. Ball deep into Claremont. He got there first.
Great save by the defender coming back to kick the ball out of the net.
Claremont a little slow to get up, but you got that right. Excellent recovery, Dylan James, number 12.
He had a toss up between Claremont and the goalie right there. Claremont got the best of it. Defender just comes in and saves it right at the last second.
Yeah, I thought for sure the goalie was going to get to that first, but Claremont kind of snuck in there.
That defender made a great stop. That's exactly what they need. They got to play good defense. Their coach was telling me before the game that in order to win this game, they have to play great defense. They're not a very good offensive team. As you can see, their leading scorer only has 5 goals with Helio Del Torres. So better defense they play, the better chance they have to win.
North on the attack again. Nice step, Dylan James. Larson with it, he'll play it back out. That is Giovanni Salas, number 4 senior defender. Tries to play it long, but Dylan James shoulders it away. That's number 10, Adam Grelinski. He's another one of the members of this Mahtomedi team wearing the captain's band. He is only a junior midfielder.
Yeah, their coach was saying he's leading the team with assists. He's their go-to assist guy. See if he can get it to Helio Del Torres. Hasn't worked out so far.
And we'll take a look at that good chance from a little bit ago. And I don't think that is it. We'll get back to live action as Helio De La Torres tries to keep it with the Zephyrs, unable to do so.
Yeah, Barrera Gonzalez is just all over Helio Del Torres right now.
Good one-touch passing from the Polars. Tell that one. Ken Love Solon unable to get it past Grolinsky.
Grolinsky and Del Torres, they got to get things going here. They cannot afford another goal and let North St. Paul get a little extra cushion right now.
I think that's a big key. Keep it as close as they possibly can. Give themselves a chance. You know, they're not going to have a whole lot of going on offensively, but as long as they keep it a 1-goal, 2-goal game, you know, they've got a chance to maybe get something here and there.
Once again, great defense on Claremont. Great defense. He looks a little frustrated. Can't get a shot on the goal.
It really looks like they're kind of having a couple defenders swarm to him. You know, 2-3 players preventing him from kind of doing anything individually. It'll be interesting to see, you know, Kirby Larson probably doesn't get tested a whole lot in a lot of games just because of how strong this North St. Paul offense is. So it'll be interesting to see if Mahtomedi can make him work a little bit to see what happens. Or maybe even, you know, get a goal to tie things up, kind of put some pressure back on the Polars.
Yeah, it's got to be nice to be a goalie and have some great defenders in front of you, and especially when the ball is on the other side of the field the whole time. He probably gets pretty bored back there.
I think you nailed it, John. That's got to be one of the toughest parts of the position is, you know, maybe 90% of the time you're doing nothing, then all of a sudden your number's called and you got to be Johnny on the spot. So I think we're going to take a look now at a play from earlier, as that was the one where Claremont and Tuttle kind of came together, and you see the defensive effort from James, as I think that one was going to go into the net.
It was right there. That was a great stop, saving the goal, keep it at 1-0. Just a great defensive game already overall, and we're only a little bit into the first half, about 16 minutes here with 24 minutes to go in the first half.
I'm sure Claremont would have liked to see that one go in the net, as he's got his sights set on being the top goal scorer maybe in the state this season.
When you're a goalie from Mahtomedi and you see Atta Claremont coming down on you, your guys probably get pretty big.
Yeah, good decision there from Tuttle to come out and grab it.
But you can see that North St. Paul really does set up a lot of plays, so they try to get the ball to Claremont as much as they can. Why wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. There's Ken Love Solon
There it
to
is.
Judy. There's Solon, and there's a goal. Yes! Ken Love Solon to number 7 out of Claremont to make it 2-0.
That's a cushion they needed. There they go.
Hold on. I think this one maybe was called back. In fact, it was. The assistant referee has his flag waved, and it was offsides. We'll see. Will Tuttle is going to take the goal kick. Got everyone fooled, as I thought Claremont netted that one.
It looked like they're about to go up 2-0. Mahtomedi with the break. Let's see if they can take advantage. But Claremont, once again, you can see they just keep dishing them the ball. Let them go at it.
And he got a lot of space there. I thought for sure he was going to let that one go. I guess he got that much space because he was in an offside position. So offsides is the call. 1-0 is what our score will stay, as we're counting down to about 23 minutes left to go in this opening half.
All right, this is the first time we really see the whole Mahtomedi team on offense. Let's see if they can keep the ball in their zone. And they lose it right away.
See, good battle from Grolinsky, but it's a tough task going against Busquets Judy's.
Dylan James with the great
lean
stop
and
right
lanky.
there.
There's Helio De La Torres trying to make a move. He'll play it back. Ball right outside that 18-yard box for the Zephyrs.
There's a foul there by Robert Nigabugu. He was just a little too much on top of him.
Oh, he's a big physical presence out there.
Yeah, they got a lot of big guys on that team. Busquets Judy especially, that kid is a monster. As you can see here, just a little too tight a defense. Looks like he's got his body wrapped around. Refs will call a penalty every time.
Oh, for sure. Anytime you got that arm wrapped around the body, they'll see that, and that'll be a foul. Good position for the free kick here. Helio De La Torres to take it. We'll see if he goes straight in on net. He does, low. And Kirby Larson passes his first test. Nearly spilling the rebound, but collecting it and keeping the lead safe.
And he was ready for that. It looked, the kick was nice. It looked like he was hooking right into the corner. Just a nice little stop right there.
So North St. Paul going from what they thought was up 2-0 to nearly getting scored on. We'll see how they respond here as Busquets does a good job making a couple people miss. Claremont gets a space and yeah!
Wow, he really made something out of nothing right there, didn't he?
Absolutely, and that one will stand, and it'll be 2-0. North St. Paul leading, and that one was just all Claremont.
Yeah, now his 12th goal on the year. You can see he's got little space right there. Just gets right past the defender, slowly waits for it, waits for the goalie to come up, and he kicks it in right past him in the corner of the net.
And that first touch, so many players at this high school level might, hit that first touch kind of off their foot, out of bounds somewhere, and he just kept it right with them in great shooting position and was able to kind of sneak it under the goalkeeper for a very impressive goal, and the second goal for North St. Paul.
I tell you what, the really thing that set that up is Busquets Judy has some great handling to get himself open and kick the ball to Claremont, and Claremont just takes it himself after that. But as you see, Judy just absolutely, he can get around the defenders with ease with his size.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why his connection with Ada Claremont is the reason that the two of them are amongst the leaders in the Metro in scoring. Judy with the assists.
Yeah, it makes 9 assists on the year. That might move him up past 4th in the state. Big logjam tie up there, but heck of a player. Kind of Steve Nash-like, loves to dish.
Oh yeah, definitely can see the field very well also.
Well, that's what happens when you're about 3 inches taller than everyone.
Definitely doesn't hurt. There's Judy again.
There he is again.
Beautiful touch, just a little bit too strong. Has good anticipation from Dylan James.
And Dylan James has played some great defense today. Tell you what though, if Mahtomedi could get some bounces their way on offense or even just get in the zone a little bit, they could stay in this game. But they cannot afford another goal right now.
There's Judy trying to cut it out wide to Kenlove Solon. Solon does have the speed to catch up with it. He'll cut it back towards the middle. Attempt to square it. I'm not sure who he was passing to. It looks like he's kind of motioned towards Busquets Judy's way, saying, why don't you kind of come in a little closer?
Yeah, and Trig Myers just says, nope, not my house.
Mahtomedi doing a good job keeping North out there.
Yeah, you can see their defense has been great. Just out to Claremont, just unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the speed to kind of keep up with that kid, it's going to be a tough night.
You know,
no matter who you are.
Yeah, the last goal he scored, I mean, as a defender, you got to be like, what more can I do? You can just see Judy's got the foot skills for that ball, and he can just get past anybody he wants to.
There's Anik Bagu with it. He'll drop it down. That is Darian Tao, number 21.
You can see that Mahtomedi has some good defense in the middle of the field, and once North St. Paul gets the ball on the outside, that's when they've been scoring goals.
I saw that in the game I did when they faced Hill Murray. They just love, I mean, they got such speed on the wings with Solon and Claremont that they're going to play it along those wings all day long.
Yeah, as you saw Solon on that last play in the last side of the field, that ball was about 15 yards ahead of him. He caught up to it real quick.
And after that goal, they did have Ada Claremont take a seat. Coming in for number 13, Corey Pilarski. He is a sophomore forward, one of the few underclassmen on this North St. Paul varsity squad.
Yeah, I believe he is second in the team in goals. No, he's not. He's only got 1 goal. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, we saw Pilarski net one against Hill Murray.
Maybe that was what I was thinking of. It was a pretty good goal, too.
Yeah, nice breakaway, great finish, kind of stepped around the goalie.
Oh, North St. Paul getting a little aggressive on that one. Great defense, though. Mahtomedi.
Dylan James trying to usher it around. The ball deflects off of 13, Pilarski in red. And we'll do it again as Mahtomedi will have the throw.
And that's one of the next guys to take the throne for North St. Paul. Pilarski just a sophomore, so Might be the heir apparent to Claremont.
Yeah, definitely probably picking up a lot of things from those these star players from North St. Paul that have been around on this varsity squad for a few years. And we'll have another substitution for the Polars. Number 14, Anthony Tenna is going to come in.
Yeah,
Checking in
Judy
for the
about to get
Polars,
a
number
break
14.
right now. He does look like he needs a breather. Get this guy some water so they can score some goals here in a couple minutes.
Anik Bagu taking care of it. Yusang Lor in the game as well for North St. Paul, number 6.
Yeah, you're seeing Solon now with both the Judy and Claremont out. He might have to take over with the offensive side of the ball.
I like this. North St. Paul has kind of controlled the game, built an early lead. Maybe going to get some guys out there, see what they can do in a little bit more competitive situation.
Yep, Mahtomedi, I just can't push him out of that zone.
I mean, you just see the skill with this North St. Paul team. It's like, it's no wonder that they're one of the top teams in the state.
Yeah, I mean, Mahtomedi looks like they have some great players, but the skill that North St. Paul is displaying right now is amazing.
Yeah, and I think, you know, with North St. Paul, it's, you know, top to bottom. They've got guys that can come up, bring off the bench that have varsity experience and ability, where some of these other teams so far that I've seen in the Metro East have been a lot younger and a lot more inexperienced.
You just got to wonder, North St. Paul's got all the talent right there, and obviously they have great coaching. How good Stillwater must be for them to beat them. And, well, you imagine if North St. Paul beats Stillwater in double overtime, North St. Paul could be number 1 in the state.
That's right, and the interesting thing with that is that North St. Paul and Stillwater are in the same section, so only one of those two teams will make it to the state tournament. And, you know, not knowing the other teams in that section exactly off the top of my head, but I have to imagine that that is going to be your, you know, your section championship matchup. So North St. Paul might get a chance at redemption against Stillwater a little bit later on in the season with a lot on the line.
Yeah, you had St. Thomas in there as well at 5-1, 2-0 in the conference. It's going to be a big battle
game
to the finish. Yeah, that's on October 6th, isn't it? That should be a great matchup right there.
Yeah, so that North St. Thomas Academy will be very big. These teams only get to see each other once a season with this conference, so every game matters in the Metro East Soccer Conference.
Yep, that game against St. Thomas is October 6th. And they got a bunch of games ahead of them that they should win, so that'll be a great game if St. Thomas wins out, and so does North St. Paul.
Of course, we'll have all that information about what happens. Sure, the cadets are in action tonight. We'll have all that information for you on Sports Path, which we do every other Wednesday. Got that going again live last Wednesday, the 14th. We'll do it again on the 28th, live at 7 p.m. right here on TV 19 Sports. We'll have highlights of this one as well as the other games we've covered in all sports, football, soccer, volleyball.
Yeah, we should have a lot of games on tap for that one. We're broadcasting a lot of games coming up here on TV 19, football, as you said.
Yeah, usually do one, if not two football games every Friday during the football season. And like I said a little bit earlier, got a doubleheader here tonight. We'll do the boys right now, and then a little bit later we'll have the girls, Mahtomedi and North, coming for you later.
Yeah, I think Mahtomedi just needs to score 1 goal before half, keep themselves in the game.
Here's De La Torres for Grilinski. Grilinski just unable to knock it past Darian Tao, and Tao unable to keep it in bounds.
De La Torres, just a sophomore this year, leading the team with 5 goals. He really needs to start taking over. I know that's a lot to put on a sophomore's shoulders, but if he wants his team to win this game and upset North St. Paul, it's got to happen.
And I've noticed that since Claremont left the game, Kenlove Solon has actually moved now into that left wing position. Looks like Corey Pilarski out wide to the right. And number 17, Tyven Vang, is kind of playing up front, where Philip Tao was at the start of this one, where he got the opening goal.
You got to look at it. Kenlove Solon, just a junior this year. Judy's just a junior this year. And Claremont's just a junior this year. These guys are going to be a nasty team next year.
Yeah, that's the thing is that, you know, for being this good, you know, their main 3 offensive players are not even seniors. Now they're like pretty much their whole starting defense are seniors. So, you know, that'll be kind of a question mark going into next year.
Yeah, not knowing the makeup of Stillwater's team, you got to think with those 3 guys coming back for North St. Paul, they definitely might be in the running for the state championship next year.
For sure. I'm sure all the players and coaches say, hey, we want to win it this year too. Who cares about next year right now? 2016 is the time.
Well, let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really hope they get that rematch with Stillwater in a section championship.
Yeah, that'd be a great game. Hopefully, I'm sure we won't be able to broadcast that, but I'm sure it'd be fun.
Maybe get some highlights for you, and definitely we'll be able to recap all that action on SportsPath.
I heard they got some pretty good hosts on SportsPath this year.
That's right, John.
The clock continues to run right now. We got about 11:15 left in the first half. 2-0, North St. Paul over Mahtomedi.
Checking in for the Polars, number 2, Ahmad Jola, number 30, Aaron Anderson.
So 2 Ahmad Jola coming in for the North St. Paul Polars. Kenlef Solon is going to take a seat, number 9.
Yeah, they're probably getting all their guys, all their great players, fresh legs. Get them ready to go for the second half. This is the time for Mahtomedi to pounce. They have to do it right now.
We'll have a corner for North St. Paul before they get a chance to do that. 13, Corey Pilarski is going to take that. Pilarski swings it in, far post, and nearly connected with number 14, Anthony Tenna, but it goes wide.
He just hit it off the head a little outside the goal. It was a nice kick by Pilarski to give his guys at least a chance to head it in there.
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought he completely blasted it over everybody, and then all of a sudden Tenna came out of nowhere and actually got a really good look and good opportunity to head it in. Just mishit it a little bit.
See offense with the best guys out. They still don't change, trying to attack the wings.
That's Aaron Anderson, number 30, is also in the game. There's Philip Towell, the first goal scorer, number 0. He's going to try and cross it, does, and it looks like North wandered offside.
And you see number 30 with a great field goal right there.
Unfortunately, wrong sport, right?
Exactly.
Pilarski stealing that goal kick.
He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, we spoke a little bit about the depth of North St. Paul, and it really is, you know, I mean, they've brought in a lot of players from off the bench, and it really doesn't feel like they've missed a beat.
No, not at all. They still are controlling the time of possession. They're playing great defense against Helio Del Torres.
Ty Van Vang plays wide. That is Jola. Ahmad Jallo, excuse me.
Jala with the shot there. Nice little block by the goalie. About to blast it downfield.
Darian Towell with the header.
Tell you what, though, as you're talking about the depth of North St. Paul, they've been able to take their guys out of the field. The starters for Mahtomedi are still out there.
Get some rest. You may have seen Busquets Judy wearing a knee brace. You know, an injury he sustained during that Hill Murray game that we covered. You know, I thought it was kind of curious. They had him in the game with a 6-0 lead, and he took kind of a tough tackle and came up, or he wasn't able to walk off the field. Had to be looked at by the training staff. Good to see that he's back out there, so it wasn't too serious. But you got to wonder if, you know, if North builds a little bit more of a lead, if they might limit his action a little bit. Yeah, but as I say that, it looks like he's lining up to come back into this one.
Yeah, as a coach, you're always wary when you're up by so much that your best players are going to get hurt.
And I'm sure the North coaching staff might want to make it a little bit bigger of a lead right now, although they have been kind of controlling things. 2-0 is not quite as comfortable as you might like.
Checking in for the Polars.
So we'll see what Casey Holm does, head coach of the North Polars.
And there's Judy coming back in.
And number 0, Philip Tao, will take a seat. Tuttle with the goal kick. It's a little too much on it as it sails out of bounds. A couple of substitutions. Darian Tao is going to take a seat. Busquets, just so hard to take the ball off of Busquets.
He sure does make passing look effortless, doesn't he?
I like that he's
Then for the Polars,
kind of trying a few things there. Tries a little scoop pass, unsuccessful.
In for the Zephyrs, number 24, Jamie Bird.
So counting down to about 6 minutes left to go here in the opening half. North St. Paul leading 2-0 through goals by Philip Tao and Atta Claremont. Just a beautiful night here in Mahtomedi.
Oh yeah, was it 73 degrees, perfectly sunny, shady on the field.
Only the weather stayed like this forever in Minnesota, right?
It'll get cold real quick. What, I give it another week or two?
Yeah, I was gonna say, give it a couple weeks. We'll be, our teeth will be chattering up here in the booth as we do some of these games.
Yeah, maybe we get some TV19 sweatshirts.
I like that, a little plea for some merchandise, huh?
No, I kid.
All booted ahead, Busquets just missing the header. Mahtomedi with it now.
Mahtomedi really needs to take possession right here.
Yeah, if they could only just kind of hold on to it for a while, maybe try and build something slowly. But North's so good on all facets of the game.
And it seems like every time Mahtomedi gets the ball, North St. Paul just takes it right back. Not only good on offense, just as good on defense. Yeah, you got to think that Larson, Kirby Larson, he just looks bored back there, doesn't he? Look at arms crossed.
Checking in for the Polars, number
I was
11.
going to say, of all teams to be goalkeeper for, though, I think he picked a good one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If I was in high school, I would have transferred to North St. Paul if I played soccer.
Doesn't have a whole lot of pressure.
Nope.
That's kind of one of the hardest things to do in high school sports, is that the imbalance of talent or quality of teams that you play. You might go from playing a team that doesn't have any wins on the season to all of a sudden having to play against a top team in the state, maybe the top in the state. How do you prepare for one team or another? Given kind of the disparity in levels of play, how do you stay up for some of these games?
You got to think they overlook some of them.
I'm just thinking about Kirby Larson and net. How does he stay sharp in some of these games where North really just kind of controls possession and he hardly has to make a save? Did have to make a save there, made one earlier, and so far so good for the man between the pipes for the Polars.
Yeah, they're starting to key on Judy right now since he's the best player on the field. Once North St. Paul gets in the ball, Mahtomedi's kicking right away, but North St. Paul just continues to keep possession of the ball, so there really ain't nothing Mahtomedi can do to stop them.
Well, that goes off the upright and in, but it'll just be a goal kick. So Tuttle knocks that upfield. He'll come back his way. And Mahtomedi will try and make something happen. Busquets with it and has it taken by Grulinski. Grulinski tries to cut inside and does. And he's picking up a head of steam. And I think they'll get him for a foul. There is a little bit of a nudge against number 30, Aaron Anderson. So Grulinski called for the foul. North St. Paul takes it quickly.
That was some great defense. Nice recovery right there by North St. Paul.
Busquets almost getting it to Jallo.
I tell you what, Galinsky's been playing some great defense once Judy's been back in the game. Judy's had no space to move.
Yeah, Grulinski, number 10 in white. He's a nice little player.
Yeah, he's just a junior as well.
That's the thing for Mahtomedi. They've got a couple of nice players that, you know, moving forward, I think they should be a pretty good team. Now, a couple of other better players like Tuttle and Dylan James, they are seniors, but, you know, there's a lot that these young kids can learn from those, you know, couple of seniors that really have experience and some ability.
For them to be so young and have a 4-2-2 record in the Metro East, that's very impressive. And they're still in this game.
That's right. They got a chance here now that they're in the final third. Long throw. There's Helio De La Torres, tries to play it back. Good step in from Corey Pilarski.
They need to keep the pressure on.
Kirby Larson punts it upfield.
Oof. Absolute boot.
And that's the end of the first half.
And that'll do it for our first half. Couple of goals on the board for North St. Paul as they lead this one 2-0. We're going to send it to break for halftime. We'll have that second half kickoff for you when we get back.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, baby. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to this presentation of Metro East Boys Soccer on TV 19 Sports. I'm Sam Erickson alongside John Miller as we're awaiting the start of the second half. As you can see, North St. Paul took a 2-0 lead going into the break. Taking a look there at Mahtomedi, kind of obstructed by a few teammates, but that's number 12. Dylan James did a great job keeping this a 2-0 game as he cleared a ball off the line in the first half. Otherwise, we might have a few more goals in this one.
As you see, North St. Paul, they've been keeping the pressure on the Mahtomedi defense, but Mahtomedi has been playing some great defense against North St. Paul, stopping Ate Claremont. Although he was out for about 20 minutes of the first half, Judy came in, played some great offense, some great assists there he had, working the ball around. Mahtomedi just really needs to get the ball on the offensive side of the field and score some goals to get back in this game.
And with that, before the kickoff of the second half, we'll take a look at the Mahtomedi upcoming schedule.
Yeah, you got my big game once again against St. Thomas. As we were talking about, North St. Paul's big game is against St. Thomas. That'll be a big one for Mahtomedi if they lose to North St. Paul, or if they win. St. Thomas is ranked at the top with North St. Paul in the Metro East Conference. Other than that, those are some pretty winnable games on that schedule, especially against South St. Paul and Hastings. You got to imagine if North's able to pick up the W here tonight, probably hoping they get a little bit of help in conference.
when Mahtomedi travels to St. Thomas Academy, maybe hoping that the Zephyrs can take down the Cadets and give North St. Paul the sole position of first place in Metro East. You take a look, there's Busquets Judy kicking it off. That is a tall, lanky frame. He does a great job shielding the ball in midfield. And it looks like the 3 offensive studs are going to start off the second half out there for North St. Paul.
Yeah, Claremont getting off the get-go in the second half. It's not good for Mahtomedi.
He just uses his speed to race down the field and cross that one in.
Yeah, looks like he's got some fresh legs to start the second half. It's not good for Mahtomedi at all.
There's Samuel Lapadat knocking it forward for the Zephyrs. Nice job, number 19 coming in.
Mahtomedi needs to get the ball back and keep it in the zone. They cannot afford for North St. Paul to get it back on the other side of the field.
And an interesting note for the Polars, they made a goalkeeper substitution at halftime. Now in number 00, Kevin Clothier, and he is a senior goalkeeper.
Yeah, stats on the year, he's only played 40 minutes at goalie, but he does have a 1,000 save percentage with just 4 saves, so it's not a bad start. 1,000 save percentage to start the year.
I'll say so.
Actually, we're midway through the year, aren't we? A little more than that.
It's always nice, I'm sure, when you can bring in your backup goalie, and he's a senior. Claremont now with it in on net, and yes! Out to Claremont, making it look easy as he knocks that one past Will Tuttle and in for a goal.
Once again, if you're Mahtomedi, you're right on top of Otta Claremont, and they just cannot stop him. The kid's got the moves, and he kicks it right in. Goalie touched it a little bit. You'll see it right here. Otta Claremont, great defense right there. Goalie gets a little tip of it, goes right into the corner on the left-hand side. Once again, Otta Claremont, this kid can just not be stopped, Sam. How can Mahtomedi stop him?
I don't know. You see him able to just kind of shield off the defender, use his upper body to kind of keep the defenders at bay. 24, Jamie Berg, trying to get in there. But Claremont just gets on the wrong side of him if you're the defender and finds himself one-on-one with the goalie. And you would place your bet with Claremont anytime he's one-on-one with the netminder.
Yeah, it's his 13th goal of the year. It gives him maybe a little more rankings in the state. Definitely one of the top goal scorers. I would want him on my team.
Bad turnover from North in defense.
Yeah, that's Nolan Pradamwan. Just the size advantage. He looks a lot smaller than the North St. Paul guys. Those guys just took the ball. It's like taking candy from a kid.
Well, and it's interesting to use those choice of words. Number 5, Pradamwan, is an 8th grader on this Mahtomedi varsity soccer team.
Yeah, he definitely looked outmatched right there.
But getting great experience nonetheless. Although it might be a tough lesson to learn, but definitely picking up a few things here from the North St. Paul Polars.
Yeah, Mahtomedi getting a little aggressive on defense against Solon. Defender shoving him to the ground. Looks like Mahtomedi is getting a little frustrated out there.
Pradamwan tried to knock it ahead.
That's very impressive for an 8th grader to be playing soccer on the varsity level, especially in a game. This is a pretty big game for Mahtomedi.
And you got to wonder, once he grows up a little bit, fills out physically, what kind of player number 5 will be for Mahtomedi.
Exactly. I remember being in 8th grade, I never thought I'd sniff the field in any varsity sports, and this kid already got his Letterman jacket.
Yeah, no joke. Playing against top teams in the state.
Yeah, definitely one of the top 10.
Mahtomedi defense making a stand there.
And you see every time Helio Del Torres gets the ball, North St. Paul is just ready. That's all I have to do is stop Helio Del Torres. They haven't been able to move the ball otherwise.
Pradamwan trying to chase it down, but the much bigger and older Robert Onigbagu there to clear it.
Yeah, Onigbagu just using his pure speed to go get that ball.
And so much is made of this North St. Paul, these offensive kind of stars for this North St. Paul team. I think one of the more underrated aspects of the team is that defense led by number 3, Onigbagu.
Definitely having a great game, as you just saw right there. Dylan James with another great defensive stop right there, getting the ball back up the field. Lawlier looks like he's trying to put the team on his back a little bit on that play, but once again, North St. Paul just shuts it down.
No, you could tell at the end of that first half that he had really put in a lot of work. He seemed pretty gassed.
Yeah, he's a good player, but North St. Paul, they just got the speed to stop him.
Ken Love Solon with a couple step overs, going to fire it in with his left. Take a deflection off a few defenders. And Will Tuttle is there.
And once again, as I was talking about in the first half, the middle defense for Mahtomedi is pretty good. They just can't stop him, North St. Paul on the outside.
We'll have a foul and be free kick for Mahtomedi.
You got to imagine if they want to stay in this game, they got to score in the next 5-10 minutes, or if not, right now.
So 2 goals in the first half for North, 1 right away in the second half out of Claremont with 2 of them. Philip Tao with the other. Ball lofted towards the box.
Once again, that smothering North St. Paul defense.
We'll see if Claremont can do something on this break. Gets ahead and yes! Go, 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 go! Number 7 out of Claremont with the hat trick. And that may just about do things here in Mahtomedi as North leads 4-0.
As you can see, they kick it down to Claremont. He just outruns the defense, kicks it right past the goalie, gives him the hat trick. As I just said earlier, this kid cannot be stopped, Sam.
And that's got to be the second or third ball I've seen, long ball played to Claremont, where I thought there's no way he's chasing that down. And he has just got jets to go get that thing. And not to mention that, but also the soccer skill enough to kind of collect the ball after sprinting like that and be able to tuck it away into the corner of the net.
You got to imagine this kid's getting some college looks, definitely.
Hey, if I was a college coach, I'd be looking.
Exactly.
Cross in, and Claremont nearly got something to that to make it a 4th goal.
That would have been one of the best goals I've ever seen.
I'm just impressed he was even in that position.
What, did he jump about 5 feet to get that ball?
Yeah, and he'd been playing on that right side. Looks like he and Ken Love Solon kind of swap positions. Solon now venturing out on the right wing. But I thought that had to be someone else than number 7, and he was there.
Claremont's 14th goal of the year. He just continues to rise up the rankings in the Minnesota State High School League.
It looks like this match against St. Thomas Academy is getting even more interesting coming up here in a couple weeks. Busquets with a nice turn, but can't get past another Mahtomedi defender.
Yeah, folks, the next game we'll be covering for North St. Paul will be on Tuesday, September 27th on TV 19 against South St. Paul. Should be I don't want to say it'll be a blowout, but South St. Paul doesn't have too bad of a team. 2-1 in conference, 5-2 overall. So, folks, stay tuned for that game.
That's right. And coming in from midfield, Philip Tao tries to get another one. There's Claremont. Yes! Goal, 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 goal. Number 7 with number 4 on the night. And that'll give North St. Paul the 5-0 advantage.
Oh my goodness, Sam.
On that one, he just found the right spot to be.
Oh my goodness, this kid's total athleticism and knack for soccer, and actually the goal, like, what can you do?
I mean, he's just sniffing them out there.
Just gets the rebound, kicks it right past the goalie. The goalie's like, what can I do, guys? Like, somebody help me out here. I can't stop it myself.
That's one of those, that's tough luck for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs on that one.
Well, I tell you what, the Mahtomedi defense looked a lot better in the first half, and now, North St. Paul had the time of possession on the offensive side of the ball the whole first half, and they didn't really capitalize too much. Now they've been capitalizing. What was that, 3 goals here in the second half already? We're only 8 minutes in, not even, 7.5. Claremont's 15th goal of the year, 4th on the night. This is just fun to watch, Sam, the player of his caliber.
Absolutely. Ken Love Solon heads it down to Busquets Judy. Busquets trying to dribble a few players, gets caught up towards the top of the box. And the Mahtomedi defense makes a stand. Cloutier knocks it out, trying to find Ibarra Gonzalez. Barrera Gonzalez. Irvin Barrera Gonzalez, number 8 in red. He's the senior defender. As I say, this North defense is a little bit underrated, maybe unspoken of. It's tough when your team can keep scoring goals like that. That's where all the focus is.
Yeah, I'd love to see
Certainly
how good
tonight.
the goalie really is. I'd love to see some pressure. But he only allowed 2 goals to Stillwater throughout the game. 1 in double overtime. You got to imagine he's a pretty good goalie.
Busquets with the outside of his foot nearly got it to curl back into the top left-hand corner.
Checking in for the Zephyrs,
Yeah, I would have
number
liked to have been there for
nine,
that Stillwater
Fodger.
North game. I bet that was pretty special. Unfortunately, North on the wrong side of that result, losing in, as you said, the second overtime period. And you see that last shot just high and a little bit wide. You
Yeah,
see-
Busquets Judy's a heck of a player.
and he really does like that kick. He kind of uses his the outside of his right foot to sort of curl it from left to right. You'll see that a couple times, or I've seen it a couple times tonight when he's passing. You saw it there on that shot. It's definitely for those soccer people out there, that is a kind of an advanced and a skillful move to be able to kind of use that pass.
I tell you what, if it was a high school soccer video game, you'd probably have about a 99 rating in handling.
Yeah, I mean, do they give out 100? Maybe that would go to Claremont.
Yeah, definitely in the goal scoring category.
You got that right.
And speed.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm thinking speed is going to be up there. So we're at about 30 minutes left to go in the game. North St. Paul really coming out guns blazing second half with 3 goals already in the first 10 minutes.
As I said, Mahtomedi had their chances to get back in this game, and they've let it slip away.
There's Darian Tao. Touch gets away from him. Corey Pilarski, number 13, sophomore, chips it ahead. Kenlove Solon with it. He's offside, tries to chip the goalie, and he'll stay out of the net regardless of the call.
Yep, and we're broadcasting the girls' games after this. I think those will be a pretty close one as well.
And they'll feature a good Mahtomedi girls team as they're ranked in Division 1A here in the state.
They're ranked number 8.
So maybe the girls can get a little revenge for what happened here in the guys' game in our first one of the doubleheader.
Definitely, definitely.
Kenlove Solon losing it.
Great defense right there by Connor Stoker. That was rare to see. We've not seen North St. Paul players lose the ball today, but Connor Stoker with a great play right there.
I mean, I think that's something that needs to be said too, is this Mahtomedi, we're talking about how Kenlove Solon out of Claremont are kind of run rampant along these wings. Well, the 2 defenders that are kind of patrolling these wings for Mahtomedi are both sophomores. And it's like, if these players aren't good enough, these sophomores having to handle them. They might not love what's happening out there, but boy, they are learning a lot and I guarantee you, are getting better as things move forward for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, they've been playing some pretty good defense, but those players are just so good. They're tough to stop. And then the goalie's been playing a great game as well, but you can't one-on-one versus out of Claremont, you're not going to stop them.
And Pradamwan, the 8th grader, gets it out. Helio De La Torres, and not sure what De La Torres was looking for there. As that one rolls right into the hands of Clothier, the goalkeeper for North St. Paul.
Yeah, it looks like he expected Padawan to maybe be a little there, but the pass just wasn't close. Kicked it right to the goalie. Let's see if Mahtomedi can get a little something going right here. They're going to need it. De La Torres, their best player with the ball. Their coach was really excited about his future just being a sophomore. He said he's very excited about him.
It'd be nice to see Mahtomedi net one here.
They need it.
See if De La Torres goes straight for net. He does. And Clothier is there for an easy save. He's going to throw it out to Claremont. And Claremont is just going to turn on that speed. And even more speed. He's going to cut it back inside. Goes back out. Tries to go back in, dribbles a few defenders, and Tuttle is there for the save.
Wow, that was impressive right there by Otto Claremont. Just trying to take him himself. I don't know if I was watching Usain Bolt run down the side of the field or Otto Claremont.
I mean, Matt Mulcahy, sophomore defender, had a couple steps on him to start, and Otto Claremont closes that gap quick. Sure is nice being up in the broadcast booth and not having to defend any of these kids out here. 'Cause I would look even worse. See an old man out there trying to chase these guys around.
Yeah, I'm not very fast myself, Sam. You gotta imagine all the conditioning these guys do. North St. Paul looks like all their guys, they don't look gassed. Like Judy's been playing almost the whole game, and his footwork still looks impeccable.
Yeah, it's definitely something that happens, in the second half of soccer games. It's something you want to pay attention to. Is kind of the stamina and what people can do after being out there for so long. Here's a look again at that Claremont shot.
What you guys didn't see before that replay was the streaking Claremont running down the sideline just to even get in that position, outrunning multiple defenders, putting himself in scoring position, just couldn't get it in.
Nice shot by Will Tuttle there on that one to kind of stop it with the mitts, not allow the rebound.
Man, he's been very impressive tonight. Just going one-on-one against these guys. Solon, Claremont.
Yeah, I mean, in soccer, anytime someone's sort of got like a fast break or, only have the goalie to beat, the goalie's not going to win a whole lot of those. And he, in fact, got one on Claremont early in the game. He's made a couple nice saves.
Yeah. Then we saw that one where the defender made that great play after the goalie hit it away from Claremont, and Claremont got it right back into the net, and the defender just saved it. North St. Paul has really shut down De La Torres today, and he's really been a non-factor.
There he is with the ball now. Nice spin, but goes right into a North defender.
That was an impressive spin if he could have got out of that.
Yeah, not sure he knew he had the other man with him. Busquets with it now, doesn't keep it in bounds. He'll have a throw in the other way. Looks like Mahtomedi is going to make a substitution. Number 11, Abdelkadir Awad, the sophomore midfielder, is going to make way. Excuse me, he'll come on. Making way is Ian Fosdick, the sophomore midfielder as well. And Awad's going to get a touch right away.
And he just kicked it right into the middle of the defense right there. There's three guys surrounding him. I don't really know what kind of pass. Just trying to feed De La Torres the ball. I mean, I guess that's all you can really do.
I think he was maybe used to, he wasn't used to a team closing in on the ball so fast. He tried to play that one pretty nicely. It was going straight for the feet of De La Torres, but the North St. Paul defender has got a little more speed than that, and we're able to step in and get the ball.
I can tell you what, Kenlov Solon has been all over the field, not only offense, but he just had a great defensive play right there. He's a good player as well, and he's only a junior.
You see here Awad, and that maybe could have been a foul call there. No call, and North has the goal kick. As Abdelkadir Awad has made a presence felt so far since stepping on.
I can tell you what, since Mahtomedi has been down, they really haven't been playing with a sense of urgency, like they needed to get back in the game, even since they've been down about 2-0. Or maybe that's just because we're looking at the athleticism from North St. Paul compared to Mahtomedi.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's got to be tough to kind of see the talent and ability of a team like North St. Paul and have to go against that all night. If that gets kind of demoralizing, gets the spirits down a little bit. But I'd say a mark of a good team is to kind of keep with it.
Yeah, you got to keep your spirits high. Anything's possible in sports.
Absolutely, and just play till the final bell. Ty Van Vang giving chase, and too far. We'll have a goal kick. Tell you who I've been impressed with is Nolan Pregame, the 8th grader, number 5 for Mahtomedi.
Yeah, he's kind of held his own against Busquets, Judy, and the other guys in the middle of the field. And you know, he's still in 8th grade. He looks like he's just a little slower, but he'll develop that speed. And if I was him, I'd be very excited to be on the field right now.
Yeah, and I think just the ability I've seen out of him, the natural ability, looks pretty good for such a young player.
Yeah, it looked like he had some good closing speed to balls kicked his way.
Here's a test for the youngster as he has to go against Busquets. And Busquets just shielding him away.
Held his own right there, though.
That's right. Turnover by North. Mahtomedi with the ball now.
Yeah, we've seen Busquets deke a lot of Mahtomedi guys out, but Padawan just kept with him right there. Very impressive.
Yeah, and basically the only thing that limited him there was that physicality. Here comes a foul as Solon shoulders a wad to the ground.
You can see Padawan. He just has that look like, I belong here. I'm in 8th grade, but I belong here.
Take a look at the foul here.
Just a little shove there by Solon. As we've said, he's been aggressive, not only on the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive side of the ball today.
Berlinski firing it in long. That one cleared out of danger by North St. Paul. Ken Love Solon heads it down. Busquets with it now. Busquets leaving Berlinski in the dust. He's going to try and play it through to Claremont, unable to do so. And Mahtomedi will pick it up near midfield.
Oh man, it looked like they were going for each other.
You got to wonder how much longer those guys will be out there, given that
around
North
one
has
goal.
the comfortable lead.
What do you think about one more goal there, Sam?
I think so, maybe. I don't know, John. If I'm the head coach of North St. Paul, I might have had to lift those guys out of there already. Solon with it to Busquets. Good step by Dylan James. Pregame turns, squares it out wide. And miss hit from Pregame there.
As you can see, the high school kids getting around the mic. But I was going to say North St. Paul up next. They got Simley. Simley is 2-4 on the year, 2-4-1 actually.
That's another Metro East matchup, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to imagine that North St. Paul will take advantage of Simley, continue to run the table, set it up for St. Thomas Academy.
And I believe that some of that sound you're hearing is the North St. Paul girls team entering on the field. I should say their team and coaching staff. You hear some more masculine sounding voices there. That was members of the coaching staff.
Having a little fun before the game. You know, they got to keep the girls on their feet. They're seeing their guys absolutely demolish Mahtomedi, have a little fun. Maybe keep the girls a little loose.
That's right. They'll get ready to kick things off once this one wraps up. And we're about 18.5 minutes away from this one being all done.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's going to be a lot closer game than this one, Sam. Even though Mahtomedi is ranked 8th in the state, they only got a 4-4 record. North is only 3-6-1. You know, sometimes anything can happen.
That's right. Mahtomedi, you know, is in Class 1A, so that 4-4 record a little bit deceptive. They've played some quality competition in Class 2A to kind of get ready for, you know, the bulk of their conference season and sectional play.
Are the North girls in Section 1 or 2? Do you know, Sam?
You know, I don't. I think they might be 2, but I'm not positive on that. The only reason I'm saying that is because the boys are 2. Here's Claremont, and he wandered just offside. And I'm getting word that they are, in fact, in 2A. I thought that might be the case because the boys are.
So it looks like a pretty even match.
Should be.
There's Padawan again. Once again, that North St. Paul defense, they're like, nope, not on our side of the ball. We're going to keep our goalie bored back there.
And so far in their 2 games broadcast this season on TV 19 Sports, North St. Paul with 12 goals to the good and haven't conceded 1. Yusang Lor drops to Busquets. Busquets turns his defender. Pregame tries to tap it forward to Claremont, takes a couple deflections, and we'll have an offside call go against Philip Tao.
Yeah, it really looked like Judy tried to set up Claremont right there. Claremont didn't move. You know who's also really impressed me today on defense for North St. Paul? Anik Bagu, number 3. He has played a very impressive game. He seems in on everything Mahtomedi is trying to do. I was very impressed with his skill set on defense.
Absolutely, that's kind of what I mean. You know, so I brought up how the defense kind of gets overshadowed a little bit by this offense. It's like you don't hear Anik Bagu's name a whole lot, but I feel like on the defensive side of the ball, that's kind of a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been in on every play.
You know, he's getting rid of the ball out of danger before anyone can kind of have it. You know, he's not letting the player he's defending even get to the ball, so you hardly hear his name.
Yep, Anik Bagu, a senior this year. You know, he's obviously has the experience, and it shows.
Claremont with it right outside the box, gives to Ken Love Solon.
He's got some great footwork as well.
There's Yusang Lor. He's going to get it back into Solon, or at least try.
Yeah, speaking of Yusang Lor, it seems like he's in every defensive play as well, and he's keeping the ball on the North St. Paul side of the field. You know, it's just been an all-around great game for North St. Paul. That's what we'll say.
And we kind of talked about the depth of this team. I mean, I think it really is just a depth of the whole program at this point for North St. Paul. As well, a foul will go against the Polars, and this will be a dangerous area for Mahtomedi. See if Helio De La Torres takes it. Looks like he's going to stand over. We'll take a look at that foul once again. Yep, number 30, Aaron Anderson, junior midfielder, getting his foot in there. Like and I think the ref's got the right call. Sorry, John.
Looks like he just tripped him a little bit.
So 2 players standing over it for Mahtomedi now. De La Torres takes it. Oh, and off the crossbar. And it'll go out for the goal kick. But boy, had Clothier kind of cemented to his spot. He wasn't going to be able to jump up and get that. Unfortunate for De La Torres as it just goes high and hits off the crossbar. We'll take another look at that.
De La Torres just kicks a little high right off the top of the crossbar. As you can see, the goalie really couldn't do anything, cemented to the ground. That would have been a very impressive corner kick right there.
And definitely, you know, that player that the Mahtomedi coach told us about, told us to kind of watch. I think he's lived up to that billing, although hasn't had probably as many opportunities as he would have liked in this game.
Yeah, their coach said, like I said earlier, he's very excited about this young man. It's rare, like, to hear coaches talk about their players like that. Like, this kid's a great young player. I know in high school, your coaches, they don't really tell you. And hopefully this kid watches the broadcast and realizes he's got a great future.
I think it's because those kids understand teenagers a little bit, and never want to feed the teenagers' ego too much, right?
No, not at all.
There's De La Torres.
We got De La Torres and Padawan. They got a nice little future.
Yeah. Here's a new entry for Mahtomedi. And nearly getting the breakaway. That's number 13, Brian Figueroa. He's a junior midfielder.
Yeah, Aaron Anderson for the North has been all over defense today in the second half once he's came in the game. Making some impressive stops.
We'll have a throw-in. Abdel Kadir Awad gonna take it. And he'll get it in. Ooh, nearly a nice pass back to De La Torres on the edge of the box. North will take it the other way as Busquets sprinting ahead, trying to take on 4 or 5 Mahtomedi defenders, but can't. Stoker with it now. He'll pass it forward, but De La Torres lets it go as he had come from an offside position. And right on the edge of the box, Kevin Clothier picks it up, and he'll punt it away.
I know we didn't say this, Sam, but it looks like Claremont is now out of the game. So it's safe to say that the coach for North St. Paul.
That's right. It looks like number 2, Ahmad Jallo, has taken over out of Claremont with 4 of the 5 goals here tonight for North St. Paul. Philip Tao netting the first one and the only other one not scored by Claremont.
Yeah, Judy's had a couple assists as well. His MO. Great all-around offensive play for North St. Paul.
So 11.5 minutes remaining. North St. Paul with a 5-0 advantage.
Yeah, Claremont's now got 15 goals on the year. He was at 5th in the state before this game. I'm gonna guess, Sam, that he jumps up the rankings a little bit.
I think so. And how many games is that?
How many games have they played? They have played, let's count here. This is their 8th game of the year.
So that's darn near 2 goals a game. And if you're talking soccer, I mean, that's impressive. And
yeah,
that's like legendary in hockey. But if you're talking soccer, I mean, that's out of this world.
It just seems like we were covering a 4-goal game by him, or was it 5, on Sports Path last Wednesday.
That's right. It was another 4-goal game. And don't think he just does it against, maybe a little bit lesser competition. He did net one of the 2 goals against Stillwater. Busquets as well, getting an assist in that game. I think Claremont actually had a goal and an assist against Stillwater, so involved in both of their goals. So kid gets it done, no matter who he's going against.
Yeah, you gotta think, if you're North and you've only lost to number 1 Stillwater, number 6 Park Center, you can compete with anyone. And they're going to take this into the soccer playoffs this year and see what happens.
Great chance here for Mahtomedi. Step over, shot by De La Torres, and yes! Goal, 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 goal! De La Torres. Mahtomedi on the board.
Scoring
makes it
for
5-1 with 10 minutes left to go.
You see a nice little deke there by number 12, Dylan James. Helio Del Torres just kicks it in right past the goal. You got to admit, the goalie didn't really look like he knew what was going on there. Great little write-up by the Mahtomedi head coach. De La Torres scoring his 6th goal of the year.
And I think with that, he's going to exit this one, ending on a high note. Well done on the free kick. I thought there's no way they're going to let someone else take that kick after he hit the crossbar on the last one, but had the 2 players standing over it, and was enough to kind of fool the keeper from North St. Paul. And good for Mahtomedi as they get on the board.
Yeah, you see Coach Isaacs down there talking to De La Torres. Nice kick. Take a little seat. Only 9 minutes left. We're not going to win the game. Take a little rest.
That's right.
Sam, I have to admit, that was a great goal call by you as well.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't know if I should admit this, but I might have been practicing a little bit. Everyone's got to practice, not just the players.
It would have been even better if he made that call and De La Torres slid on his knees and threw his shirt over his head.
Exactly.
Like some FIFA soccer. But they're down by 4, so you can't really do that.
I'm sure you'll see some of that passion. Maybe we'll have to wait till like a section championship game or something like that.
They knew it was a matter of time before Mahtomedi would at least score 1 goal.
They've had some good looks, and getting that free kick right there was really one of their best opportunities, because it doesn't really give North St. Paul a chance to kind of set up their defense. They're kind of at the mercy of that free kick, and with the deception that Mahtomedi put in there, it definitely threw the goalie off, and De La Torres had an easy, look at net and just had to curl it into that right corner.
Yeah, he had that one that hit the crossbar, and then he was like, I ain't missing this one. Puts it right in the net. That was an impressive goal.
Yeah, I think he wanted to net that one out of frustration, if anything. Didn't even seem all that like he enjoyed that one all that much.
I don't think as a 10th grader he won't remember these losses. He will, and he'll bring it into next year. Try to get this Mahtomedi team even better.
I was going to say, you like that out of the youngster where, yeah, he scored the goal, could have, celebrated the personal glory, but I think, he just wasn't in love with how the result happened here tonight, and, he was just still doing his part, playing his role, and, if that meant a goal, that meant a goal. But he wants better things for his whole team.
Yeah, the only other really players that have stood out tonight, we've said Grolinski's name a couple times. Dylan James has a great defensive game. other than maybe Pregame, but we only kind of hyped him up because he's a younger player. Otherwise, we haven't really talked about too many Mahtomedi players.
I think that's more a credit to North than anything, you know what I mean? They make it a little tough.
I mean, Mahtomedi is not a bad team. I mean, this will set them back when they lose this game to 4-3-2. So, I mean, the 2 ties, they're obviously very much in the game.
Yeah, and they tied some good schools. I mean, White Bear Lake, that's a 2A school, bigger school.
Yeah, White Bear Lake's got a pretty good team, and then they also tied Egan.
Yeah, that's a big, big school.
You know, they beat Simley. Simley's all right. They beat Mountains Park Academy 4-0. Minnehaha Academy, Duluth, Denfield.
Yeah, and got that win over Simley to start off the Metro East Conference last Tuesday.
That was good.
That was nice. And hosting Tartan on Thursday, that should be a W for them. That Tartan team's really struggling, so Mahtomedi could get back above 500 in Metro East Conference.
Yeah, 2-5-1
with their next game.
Still got to play St. Thomas, though. You got to imagine that that's going to be a tough game for them. And they also play Henry Sibley, so they have some winnable games here. So we'll see what they can do.
Get out there and beat St. Thomas Academy. Maybe help this North St. Paul team win a Metro East title. I know they don't want to do that, but
we don't broadcast St. Thomas Academy.
I was going to say, we need something for our Fab 5 schools.
Our Fab 5 schools are pretty impressive this year, not only in football, but in soccer. Also cover the volleyball as well.
They're always impressive in all sports, John.
Exactly.
You know
yeah, we even covered archery last year.
That's right.
Stillwater was pretty good.
I think they broadcast a swim meet that one of our sister stations did. We touch on all things sports here on TV 19. You said you're doing a volleyball game coming up here pretty soon?
Yep, me and Jeb are doing a volleyball game. I think it's North versus Hill Murray at Hill Murray. Mahtomedi versus Hastings, actually, I'm sorry.
Getting a late producer's note that they're switching things up, and apparently now you're doing Mahtomedi and Hastings?
Hey, I'll do whoever. High school sports is fun to watch and talk about as well.
That'll be interesting. I wonder, I'll have to check in on those teams.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do my research on them. Hopefully there's some good teams. I can call a good game.
Mahtomedi's got a couple of solid girls basketball players that I wonder if they play volleyball as well.
And then me and you on Friday will be at Hill Murray, the new stadium.
Yeah, the new digs. I think that might be their first home game, so that'll be really exciting.
Pete Bursich and the Hill Murray Pioneers against Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi, great team. Hill Murray kind of not doing so well under Bursich, but first year just implementing the new system. I'm excited.
I'm pretty sure that is Hill Murray's 5th head coach since 2010, so tough to get a lot of continuity and really build things at a program when you're constantly having that changeover.
Yeah, well, he did well under Brooks Bollinger, and then he left. I forgot where he went. Where did he go? He's a quarterbacks coach for somebody right now.
Yeah, he went to college, and then
he went to
I recently heard that he is back, coaching somewhere.
I'm going to have to look that up there, Sam.
So 4 minutes left to go in this one. North leading 5-1.
Either way. Hill Murray's always been a good football school, though, so you know Pete Bursich will get it turned around real quick.
Bursich, of course, a graduate of Notre Dame, so got some good Catholic school traditions there. Coming from probably the top Catholic football program in the country out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, they recruit a lot of Minnesota guys in there, I'll tell you what. They have Mike Floyd, the most recent one.
I was going to say Cretin-Derham Hall is kind of a, got the Catholic school connection with Cretin-Derham Hall.
Yeah, I remember watching him play Parker High School. He wasn't only good at football, but basketball. Him and Chantrell Henderson, who was the #1 recruit.
Yeah.
I actually blocked him in 9th grade, and that kid was about 1.5 feet taller than me and about 200 pounds.
Oh, he was a #1 recruit coming out of high school, Chantrell Henderson.
He's having a little tough time ever since, though.
Is he in the league still?
Yeah, he plays for the Bills.
I haven't heard in a while. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bills. That's right.
Went to
left
Miami.
tackle, actually. Left tackle, right tackle.
Yeah, he went to Miami. He originally was going to go to USC under Lane Kiffin, but Lane Kiffin got fired, so he went to Miami. Didn't do too well under Miami, got in a little bit of trouble, but now he plays for the Bills. Rex Ryan.
How about that? Not only are we great broadcasters, we're also a wealth of sports knowledge. We're just little encyclopedias here, just updating on Chantrell Henderson's career.
Exactly.
In case anyone who's watching this soccer game cared.
I mean, they got to learn. They got to learn a little bit. I mean, it's a little 5-1.
That's right. We got time to educate.
You know, we did that last year when we were doing the Mahtomedi lacrosse game against Hill Murray, and it was like 13-1. We started talking about like Chris Winkie and Cretin Mall and stuff.
That's right. Hey, we found our way back to Cretin again with Chantrell.
There you go. And Mike Floyd.
Yeah. Hey, he's a great player.
Yeah. How fun would that be to play with Larry Fitzgerald?
That might make your life a little easier.
Right?
Another Minnesota connection.
Angels.
Another Minnesota connection. Another Catholic school, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald, a ball boy for the Vikings at one time.
That's right.
I think we need to put the encyclopedias down, Sam. We're getting too much knowledge in here.
Like, if only we knew this much about professional soccer, we'd be set. Not too many connections to professional soccer here in Minnesota, although exciting times for soccer in this state as the MLS, Minnesota United, going to start up play next year. So great time to be a soccer fan in the state of Minnesota, and definitely a great time to be a soccer fan if you're a North St. Paul soccer fan, as they have looking great this season and been good for a few years now.
Yep, they'll continue to stay at #1 in the Metro East standings. This will take them to 6-2. There's only a minute left. Maybe they'll get ranked a little higher because Mahtomedi is not a bad team.
Take a look as number 11, Yong Sang Tao, goes down, and he's still down. Looks like he had a little bit of a ankle injury.
Looks like he hit Dalton Domingue right there.
Yeah, came in and got him. Yeah, looks like Zhang Tao will be all right. He's just going to take his time to get off the field.
See right there, just a little collision. Didn't look to be too bad. Looks like he just bumped his knee on the turf. That turf is not forgiving. It's a little rough.
Oh, yeah.
Made out of rubber and plastic.
All right, so North St. Paul, we're getting set to take the free kick. Looks like.
You can see the girls getting hyped for Will Tuttle of Mahtomedi. I don't know if you guys could hear that.
Yeah, lucky zero. Ahmad Jallo is going to take this one. He won't. Anik Bagu runs over it. Jallo will take it, curls it in. And Will Tuttle still getting the love as he comes up with the save there. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's the Mahtomedi girls soccer team down there showing some love for the boys.
Sounds like they're getting excited.
That's right, they're getting ready to kick things off here pretty soon as this one wraps up. Dylan James going for the throw-in.
So not only was North St. Paul girls team having fun with the night, Mike, now we got Mahtomedi.
That's all right.
Let's see if these girls can.
You see there, more fun happening there. So we might have to cut out that mic here for a second. And we're down to 30 seconds left to go. Ball will trickle out and we'll have a goal kick.
You can see both the girls warming up. About 20 seconds to go in the game. North St. Paul's going to win this one with ease.
And Polars will definitely take their time with this one. Hit long up the field.
That's the end of the game.
And that'll do it as the final whistle blows. North St. Paul wins this one easily, 5-1, to improve to 3-0 in Metro East Conference play. Mahtomedi falls to 1-1. Well, John, that was exciting. We're going to have the girls' game for you after this one. For John Miller, I'm Sam Erickson. I want to say thank you for watching TV 19 Sports.